Hello everyone. Today in the devotion I want to meditate on 1 Kings chapter 2 verses 36 up to 46. Please read those verses, and it is the story about a man called Shimei, and he was put under house arrest by King Solomon. In verse 36, the king says to Shimei, "Build yourself for yourself a house in Jerusalem and live there, and do not go out from there to any place. For on the day you go out and cross over brook Kidron, and you will know for certain that you shall surely die, and your blood shall be on your head." And this is the guy who actually cursed David in 2 Samuel chapter 16 when David was running away from the throne to safeguard his own life. And he pelted David, and he threw stones at David, and he cursed David. And now Solomon is the king, and Solomon puts Shimei under house arrest in Jerusalem. And he says, "You're not supposed to move, and you can live as long as you live in Jerusalem." And I want to see this as the mercy of Solomon, King Solomon. It is the mercy of God. And he could have been put to death by Solomon, but Solomon says that you can live. And I don't want you to go outside Jerusalem, but you have a good life. And what a mercy that Solomon displays to Shimei. And then after some time, you see in verse 39, end of 3 years, two of the servants of Shimei ran away to Achish, to the king of Gath. And it was told to Shimei, and immediately Shimei arose and saddled his donkey, and he goes to Gath, and he gets those two slaves who ran away from his home. And what happened? He was not supposed to move out of Jerusalem. Now here is the guy who saddled the donkey and who chased two of his slaves, and he is bringing them back. And when he comes back, and the news goes to Solomon, and Solomon says, "You are not supposed to move out of Jerusalem, right? I gave you the mercy. And did you not realize that it is the mercy that was showered upon you? And you went after the two slaves that ran from your home, and we do not know the reason why the slaves ran away, and you are like kind of like dragging them to your home." And finally he was put to death. And this reminds me of the story that Jesus said in Matthew chapter 18, and the king who comes, and he meets the guy, and he says that you owed a huge debt, and you are supposed to pay, sell yourself and sell your family and pay the debt. And the guy says that, "No, I cannot." And the king shows the mercy to this slave who was not able to pay the debt. And after he receives the mercy, and then he comes out, and he sees another slave who owed him little, and he kind of puts that guy into prison, and he tortures him. And the word comes to king, and king deals with the first slave who was given mercy but never realized. And is it possible that I could be like Shimei when God has given me the mercy? Right, there is something that goes on in my life, and I'm not merciful. Right, here Shimei was not merciful with the slaves, and he ran after them even to Gath and to get them. And it is very, very important that we are to be reminded of the mercy of God in our lives. And the way Apostle Paul says in Ephesians chapter 2 verse 1, "We were dead in our transgressions and sins." And then down the line you see that, "But God was rich in his mercy. And with his great love, he loved us. And by grace through faith, we are saved." And it is a great thing to be constantly reminded of the mercy which God has shown to us. And this is the word for us today. Thank you so much. God bless you.